Hello everyone, and welcome back to RuneScape. Today's going to be a bit of a casual episode where we do a few cool things, but just kind of mostly mess around on Anachronia again, as we've been doing. This will be the last episode, at least for a while, where we focus just completely down on Anachronia and just doing things there. But to start things off, we do have a little bit of account maintenance to do, because I have been hard at work, and when I say hard at work, honestly I've not earned this very much, because I have been tossing a lot of free XP into it, but we're about to get Slayer 99, and I wanted to get it on camera, so instead of working on Slayer with my task, I've gone ahead and gotten this reward book that should just get it in one shot, so it's easy to do on camera. I don't mess it up and forget. So we can go ahead and do this. There we go, plenty of XP. And there we have it, Slayer 99. Very nice. The Slayer Codex can now be ours, which is a big thing. Slayer 99 is a big goal, and that's kind of why I've been pushing it lately, because there's some important things you get at 99, specifically the cape, which gives you teleports, and you can start doing the Slayer Codex, which you want to get a start on that early for sure. Also, we can now fight brutish dinosaurs, which is nice, and soul gazers if I had access to them, but I don't. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the cape from Curdle. I don't know if we have to talk or can we just trade? Will she just have it in her shop at the bottom or something? No. We have to talk to her. I kind of feel like they should have her have a trimmed cape, because surely she would have 99 stats in combat. Can you sell me a Slayer skill cape? Yes, I will pay the 99k. And there we have it. First things first, reduce it down to one item instead of two. Wear it. There we have it. I mean, I'm not going to wear it normally because I'd rather have the invention perk than the Slayer one, but now we can do this, which is nice. It's not even necessary for getting to her because she's in the main base camp, but just being able to get down to this side of the island real quickly is really nice. As you can see, we can now fight Devil Snares and Ripper dinosaurs with ease. And there's also this mining site here, and just probably future content as well that's going to be in this general area. So that is very nice to have that. But there's a couple other things to do related to 99 Slayer before we actually get started on the main meat of this episode. I've really been wanting to get this goal done, so I'm glad that's finally done, so we can focus on other skills now. I'd probably focus on Dungeoneering next, as the skill that I would most like to get higher up into the much higher numbers. What I'm doing, I don't need the bank, I need to go east over to the Max Guild, where we need to unfurl our whatchamacallit, banner thing. Is it called a banner? I don't know. You have to unfurl a thing over here. Unlike with other 99s though, I'm not going to disable the daily challenge for it. At least not yet. I might disable it once I get down to a lower number of challenges if I want to really focus on one skill. But for now, I'm okay with getting it since it does go up to 120. And it's a really easy challenge anyway, considering all you have to do is just train Slayer like normal. Alright, so which one of these is Slayer, you think? It's gonna be a dark one, probably this one. There we go. I don't know if I've missed any of these over the many months. I have no idea. Oh yeah, the other thing is I did get Constitution 98 from doing the, whatchamacallit, Dominion Tower, so that's nice. Alright, so the other things to do, we need to go ahead and do our emote, because I try to do those. I don't always remember to whenever I get thing. Where is it? I know it's gotta be, cape. Oh, this is the invention one. I was wearing the wrong cape. Stop doing your dumb emote. Idiot. I don't know if I ever showed that one though, so there you have it. My fail did a thing. Alright, let's do the proper emote. Yes, it's a Turoth. Not really fought many of those, but I killed it now. Very easily. I wish you could do that instead of having to use a leaf-bladed weapon. That would be nice. Alright, and then the last thing is the Slayer Codex, which we need to go ahead and hop on down to Minifos for that. See, the problem is there's a lot to do for this, but it's not enough to be its own episode, so that's why I'm front-loading it onto a Slayer-related episode. It makes sense. And this just really isn't that important of an episode in the grand scheme of things. It's just really me wanting to check out a few things on Anachronia. So I don't mind doing all this stuff in this episode. I am very happy we'll finally be able to work on this dang thing, though. The Slayer Codex. I finally got back to working on it on my main account, because when I kind of quit playing that account a lot, I was at like 45 souls or something, and you need 50 for the teleport to the Sunken Pyramid. Which, if you don't know what the Sunken Pyramid is, it is the player-owned Slayer dungeon, where you can gather the souls of Slayer creatures and put them in there and fight them. It's generally very useful, but it does take a lot of setup. Oh yeah, let's go inside. I don't actually remember what happens when you first start messing around here. I know there's supposed to be a person in here. Do you just have to, like, click on this? Woo-woo. Oh. Okay. I will go get the item that will let me understand the ghost. That would make sense. I don't know if there's a bank anywhere nearby. There's definitely not any at the Cronus' Pyramid. Don't want to go there. We'll find a bank. Don't worry, everyone. Oh, that's where the house portal is? I never knew that. That would actually be a very useful place until you get 50 souls. Where is a bank? Do we just hop on over to the merchant district, where I know there's a bank? Or which ones do I have bank chest unlocked? I don't know. We're already here. We might as well just go to the Grand Exchange Bank. I am totally prepared for this, guys. Alright, so where is my Ghost Speak amulet? There we go. Let us talk to this ghost. I kind of forgot this was a thing, because don't you get from, like, the Mauritania one, like, unlimited Ghost Speak forever? I think that's a thing. I think there's something that gives that. I just can't tell you what off the top of my head. Unless it is that, in which case I did tell you off the top of my head, so go me. But yes, let's get on over here. Also, if you've been wondering why my episodes have been a little off lately, it's just because real life stuff getting in the way. I've actually only had 2 days off work so far this month, and that won't change until Friday, unless I have to work on Friday too. And that's not even the least of it, but whatever. I'm still getting the episodes out. Just a little later than I hoped. So your journey has finally led you here, Slayer. Who's there? Ah, I am but a spirit now, bound forever to this place to preserve everything we hold sacred. What is this place? This is where it all began, where I, one of the 7 original Slayer Masters, placed my sword down and swore that I would forevermore be dedicated to the deliverance of souls to the afterlife. Welcome to the Order of the Slayers. This is the origin of everything you have trained for. My life ended long ago, but little did I know that my promise truly meant forever. And you are here because it is time for you to begin your journey to becoming a Slayer Master. A Slayer Master? Yes, if you accept, over time I will teach you everything there is to know about our order. So, do you wish to begin? Absolutely. Excellent. So, what do I need to do? We need to go back to the start. All the monsters you have fought and killed so far have developed your combat skills against them, but that is not enough. Now it is time to understand them. Every creature has a soul, that spark within them that is the basis for everything that they are. As part of your training to become a Slayer Master, I request your assistance. The Order is in ruins, covered in a magic that has locked away the secrets of our past. You must capture these souls and deliver them back here. Each soul gathered will weaken the spell that we placed over the Order all those years ago, and in return, I will offer you further training. I have to capture the soul of every Slayer creature? I never said the journey was going to be easy. If you wish to give up, you may leave now. I have waited this long. I can wait more if required. I'm ready. Good, more items for my full bank. These Ushabti are vessels that can contain the soul of a Slayer monster. Simply kill a monster with one of these with you, and it has a chance of capturing the creature's soul. Bring it back here, and you can deliver the soul in return for greater understanding, and take another step on your way to becoming a Pokemon Master. Or Slayer Master. The Codex, in turn, will allow you to track your progress. As you capture each monster, it will be marked in the Codex, and it's generally useless because they're not in any particular order. Alright. They cost 20 Slayer points each, so they're not cheap. Luckily, we do get 25 at the start, so we only have 25 more to go. You also get one for every level, so as I level up, I'll get free ones. But basically, I'll just show you guys this real quick. Obviously, I don't have any souls to add because we just got this, but basically, there's these 3 rooms here. A small room and 2 big rooms, and you can add big souls to big rooms and small souls to any room. And can we go in build mode here? I don't see why not. There we go. So yeah, you can see that's how many of each you can add. You can add most Slayer monsters. For some reason, they disabled the dinosaurs and vile blooms. I have no idea why. I don't know if there's a bug with them, if it was like never intended, but I can't imagine why that would be. But I don't think they've said, unless they said it on stream, and I just haven't heard. As far as I know, they just said they disabled it though, which is weird. But yeah, like you can't add strike worms. Adding the stuff, the like oxen stuff from the Menifos Slayer dungeon is kind of pointless because the mechanics don't all work. So you're better off killing them in the dungeon, I would say. Maybe not, but yeah, there's a few other things that probably don't work, but that is the main gist of it. I'll fill this thing out in the future, but for now, our main goal is just to get the Slayer Codex up to 50, rather than focus on filling this up with random junk. Because I still need to decide what to fill it with. Obviously, you can't just swap things around easily, so you really need to be careful about what you choose. Anyway, enough about that. We can go ahead and head on over to the base camp because due to the delay on this episode, I have filled up my resources to the limit on a couple of them, which is unfortunate, but we do get the tier 2 camp now. So let's go ahead and actually get started on the main piece of this episode, Anachronia. Let's go upstairs where we can go talk to this guy, Giles, whatever you want to call him. Manage base camp. So there was a really overpowered thing that you got when upgrading the town hall, and they got rid of it, so we never get to benefit from it. Basically, it added tier 1 dinosaur meat to the store, but they got rid of it because they had it so cheap, and dinosaur meat was selling for a really huge amount, so it kind of wasn't worth it. It also adds, completely useless to me, stores for armor and weapons, like up to adamant. The idea being you get components for it, but the prices are really high, so nobody really cares about it, as it is. I don't know what else it does other than adding those 2 people, really. Mostly it's just about getting the ability to upgrade our storehouse and our workers thing. I don't know if I'm going to actually go for the thing of just upgrading these 3 and then the rest. I might get tier 1 on these things. Because, I mean, look at the costs on these things. Like, it's 22k for that tier, and then it jumps up to 70ks for tier 3. Plus, you need items for tier 3 on these, and I don't have any of the items yet. So that's the thing. But yeah, at least we do have that, and I will get the other stuff upgraded in the near future. But anyway, let's go ahead and get rid of the junk in my inventory that we don't need. Be this and this. Oh yeah, I guess I could show you this real quick. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So yeah, like actually finding if something you've gotten here is really difficult. And I usually have to go to the wiki page, see what order it's in, and then find where I am in this just to figure it out. It's not the best system. Anyway, the good thing about having these is we have the very, very small chance of getting one of the things we killed today actually put into Shabti, which is very unlikely because it depends on your Slayer level relative to that on the odds. And even if you're like 30 levels over, the odds are so low that you can still easily go 100 kills without getting it. So when we're actually lower level, yeah, the odds of that happening, pretty low. Anyway, so I'm gonna look at these. We'll start with the Vile Blooms, I think, which starts with the Devil's Snare, which, as we saw earlier, we can get to using our good old Slayer Cape here. We're not gonna be like doing all the mechanics or anything. I'll be aware of the mechanics, but we're not like here to grind them out, so I'm not going to worry too much. This is mostly just to check things out, see what they're like, rather than actually get good, because I don't get good very easily. Not in combat, at least. Yeah, there's the Ripper dinosaurs. So it seems like a lot of the dinosaurs have mechanics where they'll do 6 auto attacks and then start doing something crazy. Scary. That'll be fun. In fact, I had intended to grab some anti-poison, but you know what? I forgot. Where are these vile blooms at? I thought they were... Oh, they're to the south. We must head south. We headed up to the Dark Animica, which is cool and all, but we don't actually need this guy. Oh, he's catching a butterfly. I wish I could capture the Black Warlocks, because they're in much better locations. Alright, so here we have Devil's Snare. Let us find out what is special about the Devil's Snare. They can attack from long distances, dealing high melee damage. After 10 auto attacks, it will grab the player, similar to Telos' Tendril attack, which I've never done Telos, so that doesn't really help me, but basically they grab you and deal even more damage and healing at the same time. And the only way to break free, apparently, is by dealing 10,000 damage. Apparently you can also grow them with a Devil's Snare seed, which I guess they drop. They have a chance of dropping a Dinosaur Tooth or a Totem of Intimidation base. But that might be only if you grow them. I don't actually know. The wiki's a little unclear on this. But yeah, so basically, there is no super special mechanic here. It's literally just DPS city, so we can go ahead and hopefully just murder this thing without needing anything special. I'll go ahead and Vampirize. I'm going to try not to use my Overload unless necessary, just because, you know, I don't feel like making more overloads for something so simple as killing one Devil's Snare. Yeah, I think this will be fine. But yeah, as you can see, it's melee attack, but it can hit from a distance, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little gimmick there. Ow. Did I already use that? Yeah, I used that. I guess I could use prayer as well. I don't have my prayer set up properly for fighting these, but it didn't even grab us, huh? Oh no, there. It grabbed us right before it died. Hey, we got a decent drop, I guess. So yeah, it grabbed us. That would have been trouble if it had actually kept its hold on us, because I was already at half health. But no such luck for this poor old Devil's Snare. So, yeah, I'd say they're pretty decent. Like, the fact that I, with my newbiness, could kill one before it became a huge problem gives me hope that these at least... Oops. That these could be something I actually fight if I get a Vile Bloom's Slayer task. Because that's always the concern with these high-level tasks with me, is like, I don't know if I can actually fight any of them efficiently. And I don't like try-harding Slayer, so yeah. But anyway, so that is the first Vile Bloom out of the way. That one only requires a level 90 Slayer. The next one is the Luminous Snaggler, which I have a map. You guys can't see it, but I do have it. Try to figure out where these things are. It's like the southern half of the island is mostly all plants. Okay, I see where they are. They're up near the volcano, near where the, whatchamacallit was. The Fugu. That's it. We passed them on the way to the Fugu. So we can go ahead and head on over there. Luckily, since these require 95 Slayer, I still don't have to use any Wilder Pies. I made sure to get too many Wilder Pies just because I don't want to have to leave and go to the Grand Exchange. Let's go ahead and head on over here. So, while we're running over here, I can discuss this week's update. It was, as expected, just like little patches mostly related to Anachronia. The big thing they did was they made Big Game Hunter a little bit harder. I don't think they've gone on record saying it was intended to make it harder or not, but it does. Basically, they made it where Jidinkos will randomly spawn, and the dinosaur will go chase after the Jinko. So basically, it makes dinosaurs a lot less predictable. And they can still detect you while they're chasing the Jidinko. It's only for like a couple seconds while they actually eat it that their detection turns off. And even then, I would assume that it's like whenever they roar, where like it still comes back at the same detection it was. So not ideal. Hopefully they do make it better. I think they added a bit of a delay where it'll like pause and then go. But yeah, like I've not done it yet since they changed it. And if we didn't have so much to do this episode, I would probably check one out. But hopefully they patch it to make it a little better. I think what they should do is they should have the detection radius get smaller while it's chasing the Jadinko. So it might be unpredictable, but it makes more of the map more open to you. Anyway, so here's the Luminous Snagglers. Are these the ones that I fought already? Because I know I fought one of them and killed it, but I could not tell you what. Anyway, so let me load up what there is to see about a Luminous Snaggler. They use highly damaging magic attacks. After 5 attacks, they release 3 green spores into the air, 1 where the player is and 2 in just around the area. And they deal poison damage in a 5x5 area after a few seconds. And the Snaggler will heal. Okay, so basically you gotta run away whenever they use their thing. And they're gonna use it a lot faster than the other guys use their thing. And I'm not at full health either, which is unfortunate. Think it'll be fine? I don't think it'll be fine, really. I should have brought some actual food. I guess I could eat this. It'll heal me, but not up to full. Oh, we only got 38 seconds left on Excalibur, so I can just heal up in that manner in a second. So sorry guys, we're stuck here waiting, but I can go ahead and use this time to load up the old RuneScape website, because there was more updates that I'm not remembering, and we do need to discuss them. Alright, so patch notes. Oh, they did add the Don't Ask Me Again option to the bait pad in Big Game Hunter, which is good. You can get trapper fragments from it. There's an achievement for getting caught by all the dinosaurs in Big Game Hunter. So you have to lose them all, which is interesting. Let's see. What else? Trying to figure out. Oh yeah, they did make the world map a little better. I guess we could look at that real quick. So yeah, now we got this, where you can actually see everything, which is really nice. Definitely makes the map a little bit more useful. Anyway though, we're ready to go ahead and use Excalibur. I think on these ones we will use the Holy Overload, because I'm a little concerned. And obviously if I'm fast, I can go ahead and do multiple ones with one overload. So it should be fine. What else have they added? Frost Dragons work on the Dragon Cluster task. Slayer Masks work properly with Laniakia. No, that seems to be about all the big things. Okay, we're at full health. Let's go ahead and drink this and get started on murdering a Luminous Snaggler. Let's zoom in a little for this. Alright, I should use prayer. I should learn from my mistakes. If I die... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Okay, so yeah, basically, you gotta run away here. Oh, I'm so dead. Why didn't I bring anything for this? Retreat? I'm not gonna die. I've decided it's not worth dying over. Sorry, guys. We have to take a quick break to grab some food. I don't know why I foolishly thought I could do this without food. Food. Sure, we'll use the sharks that I've just got lying around. Why not? Alright, back to the island. This time should be no problem. Really, the problem stems from us not having Soul Split, and that's why I'm working on Dominion Tower again. I've jumped up to rank 16. I'm a few hours of work from rank 15, but that's where the big grind comes to get to 14. That's going to be a lot of hours of work to get up to rank 14 from 15. But I did grind out something a little special, just because I didn't want to forget to do this. So we can go ahead and go here. I'll show you guys what I did. There we go. I went to the maximum floor and climber mode, and I'll probably do endurance mode as well in the near future. It's really not that hard with my current setup. It took maybe like 2 or 3 hours for me to get up there. Obviously you don't get Dominion Factor after you get 100, and that's usually around like below 60s. I think my previous highest floor was 63 before this, so I've never needed more than 63 floors to hit a million factor before. But you do still get the high scorer factor of about 20k is what you get per fight for all the almost 200 fights I did that didn't give factor. So it's not completely useless, and that is how I jumped up to rank 16. This guy's probably healed me up. What a jerk. Alright, well this time, I should have my prayer ready. I need to set up a second action bar. I've actually got that on my main account now, because I tried to stop being a noob. But on this account, I'm still a noob. So yeah, we need Protect from Magic for these jerks. That should make a big difference, because I do have my Amulet of Souls, which boosts the effectiveness of my protection prayers. So if I'd been doing that from the start, we wouldn't have even needed to run. I was just being stupid and completely underestimated how much damage this thing would do. Yeah, these are ones where you really have to pay attention to. Like the other one, you could, like, as long as you are confident in your health, you could not pay attention very much, because DPS is the way out of what they do. But for this one, you actually do need to dodge, so you can't really look away for more than a few seconds. But there we go. Not very hard, I'll admit. Like, I took barely any damage, and my equipment's not that amazing. So once again, these can be dealt with. They're just a little more effort than the Devil's Snares. So next up on the list of Vileblooms is the first one we don't have the level for, and the last one we can actually fight. The Lampin Flora, which is in the Asiatops Hunter area, wherever that is. Where's Asiatops? Isn't that one of the ones we fought, so that'd be like over here? No, it was Scimitops we fought. Asiatops is like up here. No? Where is it? Am I blind? Allotops, Pavosaurus Rex, Orbicula Rex. There it is, Asiatops. Okay, so it is near Laniakia again. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and head on over to Laniakia then, so that we can not have to run the whole way. Unfortunately, this is going to run out, so that's fun. But I think as long as I just keep actually using my protection prayers, I don't think we actually need the overloads to kill one of each. I think I was just being a bit stupid, which is no surprise. But anyway, I kind of feel like I should just fight these Ripper Dinosaurs, but I was wanting to do things in order. Also, I don't even know if I have the level for these, so I don't want to get in a fight with them without loading up the information first. I think we can fight, like, 3 of the dinosaurs as well. There was one that we couldn't fight until we hit 99 because the Walder Pie gives 6 levels, and it requires 105. I don't know if that was those guys or what. Let's go ahead and... Ah, there they are. So these are these cool guys. How do we get down there? That is the question that must be asked. I think over here. I think the agility course passes through here. Yeah, it does. This is an annoying one because it actually has this guy roaming around and he'll step on you while you're fighting. It's a bit obnoxious. But Lampin Floras. So what do? Lampin Floras. They use magic attacks again. Okay, after... Oh, each attack does 6 hits, but they're low hits, obviously. And if one misses, they all miss. After 6 attacks, it summons 8 Lampin Flora around itself. And you just have to deal damage. What am I doing? Okay, I'm running around. Yeah, it's once again like the Devil's Snare, where there's no, like, extra mechanics. You literally just have to DPS them down. So let's go ahead and Excalibur up for the HP and also the defense boost. That's the word I'm looking for. Protect. Augur. Oh, right, and I need to eat my pie. That would be a smart thing to do. There we go. So now let's kill a Lampin Flora. I do like this idea. Like, obviously there's nothing too special about these guys. It's just DPS, but just having something that does something differently is fun. All those little hits. It's very different. These are actually going down real easy, too. I look forward to having the Slayer level to actually kill these things, because I feel like these might be the ones I fight when I get the task. That was easy. They don't have much health at all. I didn't even have an overload, and I just killed the thing. We didn't even get to see it special. I almost feel bad for it. Like, should I attack without prayer so that we can see the special. Even then I might kill it too fast. I just want to see it. It sounds interesting. It missed. Nice. Okay, yeah, we're gonna kill it. I gotta stop. It's just keep attacking me. Come on. Oh no, don't attack. I should just turn off auto retaliate. That'd be smart. I keep it on because otherwise I'll get myself killed from AFKing. Really, that's been 6 hits, right? When's he gonna spawn all of them? Are they just not gonna use the special? I mean, I'm not just gonna sit here and take this. Like, at some point you need to actually use your special. That was supposed to be after 6. This has been way more than 6. Well, I guess we're just gonna kill it. I don't know what's going on there. I wanted to see whatever it does, but it didn't do it. Oh, that's Lampin Floors then. The last of the 4 Vile Blooms is Liverworts, which we can discuss, but obviously can't fight. After 10 attacks, they drag the player next to them and stunning and binding while shooting 3 spores, and if you don't move in time, they explode and deal damage and healing. Which seems to be the theme of these things, is that they deal damage and heal at the same time. Alright, so that is that. Now we can move on to the dinosaurs. Still don't really know what was up with these. It's like, I can just AFK fight these things while I figure this stuff out, probably. Seems fine to me. I probably should have protection prayer on, though, if I'm going to AFK it and turn on auto retaliate. Anyway, so dinosaurs. I have foolishly gotten rid of the dinosaur page that lists all the dinosaurs. Okay, dinosaurs. So the first one is feral dinosaurs at 90. Hey, we got a Lampin Floor seed. That's cool. So yes, feral dinosaurs at level 90. So they attack with melee. After 6 auto attacks, they will execute a special attack that does rapid damage, and the damage increases every time it activates that special hit. So you do not want to let it get off a bunch of them. So once again, it's one of those, do the fast DPS, otherwise you're in trouble. That is the thing. Wow, another Lampin Floor seed. And my inventory's full. Right, I brought food, I forgot. Probably should take that. Yes. But anyway, so where do we find feral dinosaurs in? They're gonna be north, right? Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't leave then, because we're kind of heading in that direction anyway. So let's just head up there. My inventory's full, but whatever. We can get rid of this. I don't care about the money. Should have brought my spring cleaner, to be perfectly honest with you. So apparently they were going to have a Slayer task for these frogs, but they didn't have the attack animations and stuff done in time, so hopefully they actually do that, because it'd be cool. It was going to be a Vanica task as well, so it would have given low-level players something to do on this island. Here's these guys. Sorry guys, we can't fight you yet. Still need a handful of levels until I can boost up and fight them. Not that I'm overly eager to or anything. I'm okay with not fighting these guys. Those other guys were easy enough. They give me real hope for me fighting Vile Blooms as a regular thing. Like, anything where I can just kill and be like, oh, is that easy? Is a good sign. Very good sign. Alright, so where are we in relation to... There we go. Heading straight for them. I thought they were around here. And brutish dinosaurs are right next to them, which is good, because they're the second ones. Okay, where are these guys? Ah, there they are. Hello, feral dinosaur. So, we're in a pure DPS situation here. I will go ahead and activate this. And we'll just fight, I guess. I can protect from melee if desired. So for the melee ones, they recommend, like, you can fight them from a distance so that you take less auto attacks, and that'll delay the timer. You know, because if it takes them, like, oh gosh, Windows... I keep turning that volume down, and it just keeps coming back. I hate it. I don't know what I need to do to make Windows not be so loud in my recordings, but I really wish I could figure it out. If it's going to insist on notifying me. So this wasn't very bad either. And since they dropped dinosaur bones, they fixed dinosaur bones to work with the stuff. The necklace that gives you prayer from dungeoneering. There's 3 levels, like demon horns, bird something, and all that. Point is, it works, so unlimited prayer against these guys is probably possible. I think this is a very doable task as well. Seemed very easy. I mean, I've only got tier 80 armor, tier 85 weaponry, and, you know, okay stuff, basically. This is kind of like a newbie setup, really, and I'm tearing through these high-level Slayer creatures. I'm very happy that these are turning out to be easier than I expected. My experience with whatever one it was, the Luminous Snaggler, I think, in that first episode, had me really worried that all of these were going to be like that, but it turns out they're not. So these guys' thing is they have a lot of health, so poison's recommended, apparently. At least the wiki says that. I don't know how big of a difference matters. So these are level 99 Slayer. Every 6 auto attacks, they will rear up on their hind legs and lunge at the target, which can deal a lot of damage, 2,757 in a very oddly specific number. But if you use protection prayers, it will deal with a lot of that damage. And you can also resonance. And there is a safe spot on a plant on the west end of the arena. Do they have a picture of it? They do not, so we just have to kind of figure that out on our own. Is it going to be this plant, maybe? I could see this plant maybe safe spot. I don't know how, though. Like that? Or is it one of these? I mean, I don't really care about safe spotting. We kind of want to see how much damage these guys do when in a normal fight. So they're all melee attack? Yes. Alright, so all we have to worry about is protect from melee, prayer, and let's see how long it takes to kill one of these guys with their huge hit point counter. We'll probably have to take a couple hits. And I could try to resonance it, but I won't. I just want to see how this would go if I was slaying these like I prefer to do Slayer, which is just power things down. We do have this going, though. Debilitate. I've still left that on there from whatever I was fighting that it benefits from. Oh, right, it was this. The boss. Pharrell. They recommended having that, and I've just not taken it off because I'm not done fighting him yet. I'll go back and fight him now that I'm 99, though. Yeah, this was not bad at all. Once again, we took minimal damage. I do have vampirism, that is important to keep in mind, but ultimately, I'm very happy with how that went. And, you can go ahead and, I don't know what to get rid of. Get rid of this green charm, I guess. Wish I hadn't brought so many sharks. Those Lampin Floras, not Lampin Floras, the, whatever they were, they really messed with my perception on how this was going to go. Now, venomous dinosaurs, however, they might actually be difficult with their poison, which I forgot to get anti-poison for, so we have to find where they are on the map, first of all. They're to the west. If we can kill them without having to run away, that would be very nice. Let's get on over here to the old venomous dinosaurs. But yeah, I'm really liking these. These are definitely more of what I want to see in Slayer creatures, which is things that, like, they have mechanics that you do have to worry about, but you can also just power through them if you don't want to constantly worry about mechanics your entire life. And that's how I prefer things. Okay, so, venomous dinosaurs. What do they attack with? Melee, 6 auto attacks, poison. Can't use Venom Blood, you can't use Poison Purge, can't use Incense Sticks. Probably can use Anti-Poison, doesn't actually say that, but I assume it's like Living Wyverns, which I recently fought those on my main account. They were okay for the most part, and then one time they just, like, for some reason started hitting me extra hard. No idea why, but ultimately they were relatively okay. But yes, so, protect from melee. Prayer active. I should probably go ahead and do that just because I can. And let's kill. Alright, and then eat the pie after I start the fight because I am a noob. So let us see. Apparently you can freedom out of the poison or something. Yeah, it can be dismissed by using freedom, which is a little weird. Is this freedom here? Yeah. That's very interesting, though, that's the case. And if we get poisoned, I guess I'll try it out. Alright, so we are poisoned. Is this the poison thing? Yeah. Toxic. So then if we do this, it disappeared anyway, I think, because we killed it. I don't know, does it disappear when you kill it? Ultimately, that was not very hard either. It's pretty cool how easy it was. I want these things in my inventory now. So. Alright, so yeah, that is all the things we can fight. There is obviously the Ripper dinosaurs, which are the ones we don't have the level for, so I'm glad I didn't just fight them earlier. But Ripper dinosaurs, they do 6 attacks, and then they do a special attack where they cause a bleed effect that ramps up in damage over time. You can also use freedom on them, and it clears if they die. So, yeah. Basically, this is DPS Island, which is not a terrible thing, because the DPS is just low enough that I can actually do it. So I'm very happy about that, and I might actually fight some of these dinosaurs. I wish I could get a task for them, because I'll probably prefer it. I kind of want to prefer all the cluster tasks, just because they're a lot more interesting. Like, if I get a dragon task, I could fight frost dragons, I could fight the KBD, I could go fight any of the metal dragons, I could go fight celestial dragons. Like, it's just so much more interesting to me. So I might prefer a lot of them. Like even this, like, a demon task is much better than a greater demon task for killing Kirill, because 2 of his people are black demons, not greater demons. So that would give you a full effect for the entire fight. You could use trimmed masterwork armor and not lose anything on it, things like that. So there's a lot of benefits to the cluster tasks. But anyway, this episode has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would. I knew it would be long, but I didn't expect it to be 40 minutes long, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, very happy to finally have the Slayer Cape. It's going to be very nice to have these teleports, because a few of these teleports are very useful. Like, one of the things was I was holding off on training rune crafting until we got this, because you can just go to Mandrith for banking when you use Abyss crafting. And I was going to Abyss craft to get the thread for making the rune pouches, but also just for the rune crafting experience. But I didn't do that because I wanted this cape, and it's been many months because I had that plan when that first came out. I don't know when that came out, but it was a long time ago at this point. So I'll probably get started on that now that I have this, and I'm sure there's other uses for these teleports that I can't think of. Of course, the classic thing is that you use an aggression potion and then teleport to Morvran and die, but I'll try not to do that. I don't use aggression potions that much. I only really use them like when I have like a plan to AFK, and I've not done that on this account. I've only done it a few times on my main account. But I'm sure I'll get into it at some point in this account, because we're starting to get up there in the levels and get to the point where I do actually have things to grind out. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time, where we will actually be doing something off of Anachronia. Amazing as that is. We might do a quest or something. Yeah, see you then.